Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger, man. So first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I want to go ahead and say thank you, God, for another day and another opportunity. But as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen today, I'm going to be showing y'all the first ever LOB threat with 99 driving dunk, which means we're going to be able to get posterizer on Hall of Fame for this build on NBA 2K23. So before anything else, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now, I would appreciate it if everybody who likes this build goes ahead and hits that like button. That is definitely going to help me out. Now, compared to previous years, we have always made this build out of the power forward position. So today, that's exactly where we're going to start out as well. Now, I hope y'all enjoyed the beginning gameplay and footage of this build, because that's going to be exactly what you should be expecting and looking forward to when making this LOB threat. So like I said, we're going to be making it out of the 4 position. I did go with left-handed just because I'm a lefty in real life. But then when it comes down to the jersey number, this is the second build that we are officially making on NBA 2K23. So I'm going to go ahead and put number 2. If y'all want to keep along, go ahead and do so as well. Now for this build, we're going to go with the height of 6'9". And just be sure to always keep in mind that as I go along with any type of build making, if you see something that you want to change to your own preference, go ahead and do so. Now for the weight on this build, we're going to go with the lowest 210. And then for the wingspan, I want to make it to where we're going to be able to at least make sure we're able to get that 99 driving dunk. I'm going to go with the 7'7" wingspan. 6'9" is going to match it up perfectly. Now, as for the physicals, like I said in my previous video, if you have not watched it, I will go ahead and drop a link as well as a drop down card so you can go ahead and enjoy it. But I'm going to go ahead and focus on every single build first with the physicals, because I did realize upgrading any of the 4 main attributes this year really is going to take a toll on the physicals, and I want to give y'all an idea of what the builds are going to be looking like before we actually complete them. Now, for the speed, it's going to be an 81. I did go with the 77 acceleration. The strength I'm going to go with will be a 79 and an 82 vertical. Now that 90 stamina is going to make this build perfect as far as for the physicals. Now let's go ahead and get into the finishing. So let's all be honest, when it comes down to the LOB threat, you definitely have to focus on the finishing more than any other area compared to any other build as well. So I'm going to go with the close shot of a 67. Then when it comes down to the driving layup, I'm going to go with an 84. 99 for the driving dunk, and that is the main thing that I was going after. For the standing dunk, I'm going to go with the 64, and right here, we get 17 total finishing badges. Now, for the finishing, we get 6 Hall of Fame, and the main 2 that I did want to work with together was Posterizer and Limitless Takeoff. Not to mention, we also get every single elite contact dunk on this game. As long as you copy the physicals and the finishing, you're in good hands and ready to go. Now, for the shooting, we're going to go with a 76 mid-range, 82 for the 3-pointer, 79 for the free throw. That's going to bring us up to a total of 19 badges. But honestly, 4 Hall of Fame badges, and the main one that I'm looking forward to will be Mini Magician on this build. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about that badge, but as far as it being overpowered, it's in tier 1, and you're going to be able to put it on any build that's going to be able to get just a little bit of their mid-range up. Now, for the playmaking, go with the 70 pass accuracy, 69 for the ball handle, and a 71 speed with ball. That's going to bring us up to 13 playmaking badges. Now, I know it's tempting to go ahead and try to upgrade that ball handle to a 70. You can't do that or the build name is going to change. But think about this. We're going to be able to wear sleeves and cosmetics. That's going to give us a +1 to our ball handle. So once that item comes out, I guarantee y'all, we're going to be able to get new animations on this build when it comes down to the dribbling. Now, for the finishing, this is pretty much the best part about this build because of that 99 driving dunk. The defense is special as well. I'm going to go with an 81 for the interior, 70 for the perimeter, 35 for my steal, and then when it comes down to the block, I'm going to go with an 82, 76 for my offensive rebound, and an 89 for my defensive. That brings us up to a total of 22 badges. Now, everything out of this build is super balanced. The finishing is probably the most overpowered because of the amount of Hall of Fame badges that we get. Now, for all my slashers out there, go ahead and let me know in the comments, have you made a LOB threat yet, or have you made any type of slasher? Now, honestly, this is a super rare build name, and that's the only reason why I'm going to be bringing it to y'all. There's definitely going to be different versions of slashers, but as far as having the best name, this is going to be the build for you. Now, For the final stats, all you need to do is throw it into the standing dunk. If you wanted to, you can make your own adjustments, but like I said, don't change anything when it comes down to that 99 driving dunk. You can technically go with the 95, but again, it's not going to be worth it. You definitely want to be able to get Hall of Fame posterizer. Now for the badges, we have an 80 plus for every single physical, especially if they do put gym rat back in the game. Now when it comes down to the takeovers, we get the slashing, the sharpshooting, rim protecting, as well as the glass cleaning. Now however you decide to go about the making of this build, make sure you pick the takeovers that are going to be based to your own playstyle as well as your preference. So remember, the playmaking is really balanced, the defense is pretty overpowered, the shooting we have just enough to hit consistently. Then for the finishing, I would have to say I wouldn't go with any other finishing takeover other than Advanced Gathers. Now for the second one, I'm really torn between picking See the Future Takeover, the glass cleaning, or going with Paint Intimidation. Now you can go with Stuff Blocks, but again, we have a pretty solid block already. All you would need to do is add boost, but again, if you get that lockdown takeover for the rim protecting, you'll possibly have the potential to get to a 99 block. Now I'm going to go with See the Future Takeover, that's just my preference, but again, make sure you pick whatever you like best for you. Now we're at the Shades Up screen, and as y'all can see, we have created the most rare power forward build, Lob Threat with a 99 driving dunk. Now from here on out, I'm going to be sure that I drop gameplay in every single video for y'all, just so you know exactly what you're going to be expecting out of each build that I bring to you as well. But again, if you're making it to this point of the video, let me know in the comment section and comment down TG for thank God. Now again, man, I just want to go ahead and say I appreciate everybody who is consistently here as well as commenting down below. I love interacting with y'all, so that is the least that I can ask of you, and that's the least that I can do for you as well. Now let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the actual badges on this build. Now the fact that we have core badges really affects what we're going to be able to do on the badge counts themselves. Now for this build, the actual badge count will be 71, but again, consider extra challenges that are in 2K. My career, I know for a fact there's a challenge called Welcome to the League. If you complete that challenge, we'll be able to get +4 more to our attributes, so that's just something that I would consider. But then on top of all that, we have each season where we're able to unlock 1 extra badge. So again, it goes both ways. Really, you can go ahead and probably by the end of the year, this build will have anywhere from 80 to 85 extra badges. Now that's not including with the new events that we're going to be seeing on next gen. There's going to be some new rewards probably as well. Some stuff we may have seen, some we may have not, but again, I'm willing to bet that we're going to be able to get a good amount of extra badges, and it's not only towards this build but all builds that I'm bringing to y'all in general. Now so far for my first core badge on the finishing, I'm going to go with Posterizer on gold. The second one, we're going to go ahead and get into the shooting right now, but I was really thinking which badge should I put on to where it's really going to help me out and affect the gameplay itself. I was thinking Catch and Shoot for my second core badge for the shooting, but if you wanted to also, this would be the perfect time to spread the wealth for this build as well. Now for the shooting, we have pretty much everything that we would need, a good amount of gold badges. Then the fact that we have Catch and Shoot as a core badge really going to change the way that we're able to look at this build and also what we're able to do. Now for the playmaking, you have to be sure that you're picking badges that only aren't going to help your playmaking, but also your speed with ball, your ball handle itself. There's a lot of different things this year that take into account for the playmaking. Same exact thing can be said for the finishing. I've noticed from gameplay myself, when going to the basket, super overpowered this year, and if you make that correct build, for example this one with a 99 driving dunk, gonna be one of the most toxic builds throughout the year, and I guarantee you it's not even gonna be funny. Now if you are still watching, let me know, what do y'all think about 2K23 and the new My Player Builder system? In my opinion, it's a huge W, especially with the guides that have come out in order to check out the thresholds of unlocking certain badges, certain jump shots, certain heights, and even takeovers. That's gonna be a huge W, and I'm gonna go ahead and be sure to give y'all all of that information as we go throughout the making of any type of build. And I just want y'all to know, again, I appreciate the support so much, it's unreal. But let's go ahead and take a look at the playmaking badges. So honestly, the tier 2 badges are pretty solid. I'm going to go with Silver Vice Grip as well as Bronze, Quick First Step, and Bailout. Now Bailout, since day one, I would believe like 2K20 days, 2K19 even, this was one of the best badges. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because once you threw the ball out of a dribble animation, whether it was a shot, a layup, anything, Bailout was always there to literally do what it says, bailout, and that's why I always love to run it on bronze. Now, if you watch my videos consistently, that is something that you will definitely recognize. Now, going forward with this build, we still have 22 defensive badges that we have to work with, and I'm telling you, the core badges, in my opinion, this year is a huge W, so that way we're able to save badge points, as well as even try out new badges that we normally would not. Now, as for the defensive badges, the main one that I would run for my core would be the tier 3 rebound chaser. After that, I'm going to go with gold chase down artist, bronze clamps, then we also get Hall of Fame off ball pest, workhorse, menace, glove, box out beast, as well as ankle braces. Now again, if you made it this far into the video, I just want to go ahead and say thank you for your support. More than anything, thank you God for another day and another opportunity. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, man, because y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now go ahead and turn on post notifications because I'm uploading every single day. And don't forget to comment down below, where did you tune in from? Different city, state, or country, it does not matter. I want to go ahead and interact with my community. But again, God bless y'all. I hope you'll have a great day. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.